for those of you that stayed. First thing that we're going to tackle is what worked for us in the movie.
Hmm.
Now, I'm going to kick it off, and I'm going to say the tone worked really, really well for me throughout. They kept that, like they kept it light with the family sort of stuff and light and fun
Mm-hmm.
until it just they had to get pitch black.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
There.
I'm waiting for
There.
Sorry, big dog, you go.
The story, man. The story was great. Story was top notch for this movie. It's something that I hadn't seen before. We've seen. I mean, this could have been what's his face, another sort of monster movie or something like that. It could have been that. It could have been what am I thinking of? Gremlins or something like that. It could have been that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. It was really great. It sort of tapped into. It's a nice little story about grief and all that sort of stuff, and all that, and tapped into all of that, and how different people experience grief, and it was just different.
Yeah,
And the visuals as well. I really love the visuals
of
the movie.
For sure.
Really captured that South Australian feel.
Hey, Gary.
Southie. For me, it was the setting. So being set in Australia, and it seemed very like rural for majority of the shots until obviously there was the highway shot where it was a lot busier. But like keeping it in that sort of that house party life, almost like semi-schoolies during that period of time, it made it really like work with all the themes and the story that played throughout as well. It threw me off because the start of this movie was that house party.
Yeah.
And it just felt very fucking familiar when we were going through it.
Yeah.
A little too familiar.
Yeah.
There's always that one person that's stuck in that damn room, too drunk and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Someone come in and have a D&M.
Yeah. I see it clear, man. Oh shit, your friend's in the room. Hey, I'm gonna get you guys a drink. And I'm out, son. I'm never coming back.
Big time. Those pause the 3 drinks. I have all them to myself.
I'm not messing around.
They was thirsty.
I'm not getting stuck, my friend. We're not doing that. Never that.
Fuck my dog.
Yeah, there's fun to be had. You just gotta find it.
Can I just quickly say as well that the filter that they put on this movie was fucking amazing as well, where it was like super cool, where it was just very light blues and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it captured the hospital aesthetic as well as just the outside feel as well. And it matched the theme so well with this movie.
Yeah. And then when they switched to like the dead world, sepia.
Yeah.
That
Beautiful.
Dead world.
The cast in here were fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like rising Aussie talent. That Joe Birdo needs a Logie nomination or something. Because he killed it. He was the that played Riley, the one that actually got possessed in the movie.
Yeah.
I think he was the best performance in the whole movie, for me.
It was Jay for me. I really like Jay.
Jay.
Is it Jay?
Is it Joss?
Joss, maybe?
Which character was
The Islander guy.
Not the Islander guy, his friend.
I love that guy. I think it is Jay.
Daniel?
Maybe? Sorry, I'm just taking a look for it now. But it was the one with the bobbish hair.
Oh, Haley. Haley. Zoe Tarakis.
I'll grab it now. Yeah, Haley. Zoe Tarakis, you're right. Sorry, I had Jay in my head. It was Haley.
I was just jumping ahead. Save it for the favorite character segment.
I was jumping onto your conversation, motherfucker.
I was just talking about the performances.
Yeah,
but it's not easy to do the possessed person.
Yeah.
I think. and also play vulnerable in the same sort of movie. But yeah,
Mm.
I mean, you've seen it in Evil Dead, you've seen it in Exorcist,
Mm-hmm.
so we're kind of used to these possession flicks.
Scary
Yeah.
Yeah,
Movie 2.
yeah,
It's for me that's the perfect example because you can see how ridiculous it could go.
yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just it's there and it's like a knife edge. Like it's just there before you go ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when people are just like, gotcha. That's when people start laughing in your movie. You don't want that. Especially in a
Yeah,
horror
that's true.
movie.
You know where I find that happens? Like you were saying, like if Wishmaster popped up or something,
Oh
there was
god.
no personification of the entity or the
Change.
evil. Yeah,
Yeah.
Constantly fluid. I like it. And everyone saw a different thing, which is what I
yeah,
liked as well.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that stood out for me, and it was pretty close to the start of the movie, was that possession binge scene
Mm.
and how sort of fun they make that.
Yeah.
I mean, the story is basically like kids getting hold of your parents' gun or something like that
Mm.
Yeah.
and fucking around. And you see what sort of happens where it's all fun and games and everyone's having a good time. And it didn't even look like they were really drinking or anything.
Yeah. I think that Haley has like one beer.
Yeah. And then shit just goes off the fucking rails.
It just goes left. It
Yeah.
goes left really, really quick. But that's always like those parties as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes shit goes left really early and then you're outside at like 9:30. You're like, what are we
Someone's
gonna
like
do?
broken his like wrist or something like that.
Yeah. And then it's a fight
Yeah.
about who's gonna go with this guy.
Yeah. I don't even
Yeah.
know him, man.
Yeah. Not my fucking friend.
yeah. Fuck, I had something else there. Shit. It could have gone really flatliners as well.
Yeah.
Because it starts that way.
Hmm.
It starts with I'm into this whole communing with the dead thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then one sort of like someone gets attached to them.
Which is, I mean, we've always been told that that's real. That can happen. Spirits can attach themselves to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. What didn't work for you, Oz?
This is nitpicky, but I think it's too long.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's maybe 15 or 12 minutes too long. I think if they shortened it and made it tighter, it'd like flow extremely well.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know what I'd take out of it at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time.
Because when I got out, I was trying to think, how did they jump? Because they make this jump from, okay, you got the hand now, and then Zoe kind of going, burn it.
Yeah.
Or Haley going, burn it. And there was like that, what has she seen? What does she know? What's made her like now sort of change? You know what I mean? So like for
Hmm.
me, there's a part in the middle that it feels like it's missing almost.
It's the attack. It's them. It's the spirit not letting go of the brother and the what's his face, the other brother from the party at the start,
Hmm.
like killing himself.
Yeah.
And they were all
Yeah.
friends, and that's how they had gotten it. And they could
Yeah.
see all of the bad shit that was going on surrounding that hand. So that's why she was just like, fucking burn it.
Yeah.
But I
Because she
think
has
that's
that. Sorry,
yeah.
no, you go.
No, I was gonna say it's just you don't see her sort of like go through that change. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like you don't they don't actually show it.
Well,
So
I think it's a very background thing, but you see her going off at old mate after Riley does get possessed.
Mm.
And she snaps it at that guy as well. And you see that in the background, but obviously they're focusing on Mia during that period. But you see her going off and you can hear her, and she's like, we should have never fucking done this. We should have gotten rid of this thing already. We should just destroy it now. Yeah. So there's a lot
Maybe
of
it was just
background
the cinema
dialogue.
I was in. But the thing that didn't work for me was Mia's voice. Man, that was grating on me. A little baby voice that she was doing. I was just like, I can't watch you for like 90 minutes doing that voice, man. It got to me. Anytime Oz does that, like, would you like a butter? Shut the fuck up. Look to me like a man.
Say which chest. What didn't work for me, and this is like very nitpicky as well, I might get flamed for this one, was how short it was to speak to the brother from the beginning, because there was a very like quick cut of them like, we should speak to so and so. Then they just like, shout out to the high vis, by the way, they just meet him at the bus stop. And then he's very like, he doesn't want to talk to them. And then finally Mia speaks to him, and he just has a quick like couple lines, and he's like, after the hand's been let go, the possession does get weaker, and then that's it for them, and they just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing for me that didn't work that I can think of.
Mia's haircut was also distracting for me.
Don't like the punk pixie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a haircut like Alicia Vikander model.
Yeah.
That was a bit funny for me when I see them out in the wild.
It's always Alicia Vikander and Ex Machina. That hair always fucking throws me off.
Yeah, but hers is cut that way. This looks like it's like, I'll cut this side of my hair. And I'll cut this side of my hair. There's no uniformity.
Yeah.
It looks like Danny Brown's hair back in the day.
Badly.
But she actually looks really nice with her hair. Like now.
Yeah. With the braids.
Yeah, she's actually got hair.
Yeah.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
She's actually got hair.
Like you thought she had the same haircut still.
Yeah.
I don't get out of character. That's what the DVD commentary. All right. Is there anything else that didn't work for you, Oz?
No, that's all I can think of for myself.
No, that was it for me. Very nitpicky.
Yeah.
I liked it too much, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like that too. Favorite character for you, Oz? So my favorite character is Sue, Miranda Otto's character, the mom.
The mom.
She was not a dumb fucking Hollywood horror parent.
Nah, not at all.
She actually, she knew what was going on. I know the 411, the jig is up. You know what I mean? Like, she came in there, where's the party? My daughter's vagina is off limits. Like, just all the shit that horror parents usually don't do. They're always like, I never would have suspected him. Nah. I got up to this shit when I was your age. So I know what you're going to do.
Yeah. I'll leave them alone from like 7:30 at night. Mate.
Yeah.
Those are the dark hours.
But
Scary
also,
hours.
when Mia actually comes to the hospital, she's like, fuck off. I don't want you here.
Yeah.
Like any other parent would be like, it's all right. I know that you were just like, you were just having fun. And yeah. Nah,
It
she
wasn't
was
your
actually
fault.
protective.
No, mate. This was your fault.
You know, if the dad was in the picture and he was like mad, I'll go, oh, 100% it was your fault, mate. What are you doing?
Fucking troublemaker.
Warnie's coming.
Exactly. A racial epithet or something like that as well. You know. Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking hell. My favorite character was Haley. I just love the way that Zoe Terakis actually played that character. Like, she was a very background character, but everything she was doing was fucking perfect for me when I was watching it. I
yeah,
thought she did that really well.
yeah. And she lent really well to the vibes as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of party sort of vibe.
Mm.
You know, there was always that tough cunt in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
Oh, shy.
Well, I got the shit to get the sesh started. Know what I mean?
Yeah. But it wasn't just like the scripted lines, it was also the movements. Like just the reaction she has to everyone else actually speaking in some of the scenes as well. Like when they're packing up before Riley's like, please, just 4 minutes or what? Sorry, not 4 minutes, Jesus, just 60 seconds, please. And then Mia looks over and like Haley's on the phone, and then she looks back and she's like, okay, cool, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And they get into it like that. It was cool.
I also really liked her relationship with Joss as well.
Mm.
The Islander O.
Yeah.
Like, that guy added so much in so little screen time.
I love
like,
that.
He was just the funnest cunt.
Yeah.
Big time.
But it reminds me of like just all my boys. But he was just that guy. I was laughing before because that Haley was always like that O at the party that was trying to do bigger and bigger and better things, but it wasn't even their party. Like I always laugh at that guy.
Yeah, the O that was
like,
jumping from the balcony.
You're
was like
that
that.
guy. I know
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Can't you, like you could never ever just chill. No, man, we just chill.
Yeah.
Smoke something, drink something. No. We got to do this, and at the next party we'll do this, and then it never happens.
Yeah. I'm jumping from the balcony. This guy's got to jump off the roof or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Go on. We'll laugh at you in the amber.
That's fucked.
Yeah. But yeah, Joss for me was like, I love that. I also love Haley as well. I love the what's his face. Oh, this spirit's a fucking cunt, eh? Thank you.
Tick it off the list.
Yeah, just represented. Thank you.
Yeah. What's the biggest surprise though for you O's?
For me, the biggest surprise was they actually landed this shit in the end. It's a brilliant ending. It wasn't any bullshit. It was brilliant. And it works so well in context with the story. Like, it just worked. So good.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I love that. It's good. Horror movies sometimes can't do that ending properly. Like sometimes they do the Freddy. Sometimes they allude to something else. Sometimes they just don't have an ending. Yeah. I think about it now in It Too, when he's like, and all my books have shitty endings. It's what's this? It's true. Some people can't do that ending properly.
Yeah. And this wasn't a good ending.
No, it wasn't. And I didn't mind that either. Like, I liked that it was like, it was a semi-bad ending for the characters. But it was just, like, it just worked so well.
Yeah. How else do you wrap up a story like this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A story of, like, addiction, almost. And grief and whatnot. Like, it didn't start happy. So why should it end happy? I think that's what makes it hit harder and make it scarier is when the shit just feels a little bit too close to real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, like, not to shit on it, but I think that's where the Boogeyman fell short compared to this movie, because they both have the same themes about processing grief, but this just carried it a lot better at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I still haven't watched Boogeyman, actually.
Boogeyman's not bad.
You want me? Give me, touch me.
Hey,
I think that whenever I hear
that's the
Boogeyman,
bad
that's what I
shit
think
too.
of. Yeah, I get that.
I think for me the biggest surprise is they actually put like a real fucking theme in here.
Yeah.
And what like there is the living depending on the or trying to control the dead. But it's also the dead's manipulation of the living. And that just that sort of theme playing out in the movie, it almost turns it at the end, it almost turns it into a psychological horror.
Yeah.
When you think about it, because she's not even like nothing's happening to that Riley kid. She's envisioning all this shit. So it's almost like she was the one that was possessed.
Yeah.
By the end of it. And I think that's the thing that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Is that you believe it's something else and then they just like fucking switch tracks on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like she almost ends up being the bad guy. And I think back to your point about Boogeyman, that's what makes this movie a stronger movie. Is Boogeyman didn't want to sort of venture into like it ventured into the my love for the dead, but it didn't come back with anything from like the mother. I think that was one of our points that we were like, this movie just like fell short at the end there. Yeah. I think yeah, that was the biggest surprise, and that's where I found the most fear. Also, that bit where she goes into like the dead zone, basically, right? And then she takes another trip. And that trip ends up being like a Clive Barker style dead feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
That scared the absolute fuck out of me.
Yeah. Damn it. All my biggest surprises have been said.
Sorry there, dog. I was talking too much.
No, you good. What do you call it? Yeah, it's all of that. I loved, well, not the biggest surprise, but I guess I'll just say that I loved closing the arcs in this movie. Because now they talk about the second hand, like, where's the other arm? Where's the other hand? And then they close this arc with this ending because they're out in Spain or Mexico somewhere. And that's where the other fucking hand is. Because it's still in that same... Greece, sorry.
Yeah. Here in yellow.
Yeah. I fucking love that. And it was also I wasn't expecting when she was talking to that little girl after she used the hand again to speak to Riley, that the girl was going to be the one to say, I'll let you in. I wasn't expecting that switch up where it was like, oh, I can go into your world.
Yeah, same. Did you notice the further that she got into like sort of interacting with her mom, like the worse the mother started to look?
Yeah.
Started deteriorating,
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just a question mark for me, but I was like, well, with the father saying how the mum was sick mentally, does this mean Mia was going down that safe path and maybe she wasn't possessed? And it was all just a catalyst to sort of keep everything going as well. Like, I guess that's what you guys were saying as well about being able to write your own fan fiction about this after as well.
Yeah, I think that's all in the lore. Maybe these spirits attach to those that are kind of a little bit fragile.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a big old lore Bible, and it's got all the shit in there. So this is just I'm waiting for something.
Waiting for Danny and what's his face, Michael, to send that damn Bible through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I would shit bricks if like you just had a random package and it was just a fucking book when you opened it like that. I'd be like, is this the Necronomicon? Just shit myself.
Can you imagine if they fuck fans up by doing that? Like, enter
Mm.
this competition to meet Danny and Michael Filippo, enter your address and shit like that. But then in the mail, you got like an old rucksack with a hand and then like literature with it.
Mm. Head of marketing.
You know.
Fucking hell. I would shit myself. I was saying to B the other day, what if there was AI learning in horror movies or like a thriller or something? And now it's like, and the killer's after this lady or this man, and it just shows a picture of you from like 2019 or something. I'd
I
shit my
reckon
pants.
soon that's gonna be. It's gonna be like that. It wouldn't be too hard. They were talking about it in the rewatchables because they were talking about A Time to Kill and how in that 95, 96 era, it was like 5 of those court drama films that came out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like The Firm and The Rainmaker and A Time to Kill and all those like The Client and all that sort of films that they don't make anymore. Obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could just pump all of that into a computer along with like John Grisham's books, and AI would write a perfect story for you.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
That's what they're fighting against, these
of course,
WGA and
and
all
so
that
they
shit.
should. But if they could use it to harness something, like, hey, we need a rewrite on this, and the writer's not here, you should be able to use it then.
Yeah. As long as, well, if the AI has to rely on the writer's style,
Hmm.
then yeah,
Yeah,
depends. Does the writer still get paid for that?
of course.
Okay, well then yeah. As long as the money's
They're
there.
the ones that's gonna what's his face it set the AI off
Ah,
to
okay,
do its
okay,
thing.
yeah,
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 that's what scares me is that a lot of these writers might get lazy now, and they're like, just put it
we
through the AI.
we've watched some movies that were written by AI.
I
There's
think we
been
have. I think this season of Secret Invasion is AI.
yeah, Yellow Jackets,
Yellow
AI,
Jackets, AI.
AI for sure. It's too fucking clean.
Yep.
Um, I I think the biggest surprise for me is that these guys made a movie that I think is sub $1 million here in Australia, and it feels Australian, but it also feels foreign.
Yeah.
The use of just one takes. It's
Like proper
got this,
cameras,
yeah, proper sound.
proper sound.
It's got their signature style from their YouTube videos, their camera movements and stuff, but not so much that it's not a horror movie anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, it just, it's surprising that there is a movie coming out of Australia from Australians that has set the fucking world on fire. Every screening that they're going to now, like they're currently, I think, in LA, sold
Mhm.
out screenings.
Wow.
Melbourne sold out screening.
I love
Yeah,
it.
That's
like
huge.
it's
But they
just performing, and the buzz is just growing.
they
Yeah.
deserve those accolades, man. I love it.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
means bigger and better things. It could also mean that we get a sequel. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Talk to us.
Well, that's what I was thinking. What are some of the titles? Because there's Talk to Me.
I don't like that one.
There's To Talk to Me. There's also Look Who's Talking Now.
I love it.
You also forgot to talk to Furious. That'd be sick though. Talk to us, talk to them. Just other shit like that. But then it goes into
Yeah.
a franchise, and I don't know if I want that.
And then there's the Rock spin-off, Talking Tall.
True.
Um, But yeah, I would love to see a prequel or something, just other stories within this universe. I'd love to see it expanded. They give you nothing, or not. They don't give you enough to sort of fill in the blanks. But that hand, like that hand's been in Japan, it's been in fucking Egypt, it's been kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
What did I see as well? You see the Greek lettering on there. You see, it looks like they look like kanji, but it also looks like it's Korean
Yeah,
symbols on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they did a K horror of this
Ooh.
concept. Like if they did the reverse remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking people up for sure.
100%.
The brand
I
new
would do
Korean
that.
horror. It's me you're talking to.
Come on, this is me talking to you.
I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. Either
Yeah.
the what's this for Japanese horror, or the Korean horror, in a heartbeat. Completely switch it up on these bitches. Have it all in Korean or Japanese.
Yeah.
Completely Japanese or Korean cast.
Yeah,
Mm.
and zero connective tissue to this one.
Yeah, it's a new adventure.
Also,
Do
Because
that.
their demons would be different.
Yeah,
Their dead would be different.
yeah, and their dead world would be different as well.
That's right.
What were you going to say they're bad at?
no, I was gonna say, the other like Drag Me to Hell made me like really nervous about nails tapping on a table.
Yeah,
And this is the first movie in a while where something else gets me now, and it's nails scratching on like wood, where it's like
yeah,
dragging like that. That sound fucks me up. Every time I heard it in there, I was like,
yeah. You know what they also capitalized on? How fucking scary kangaroos sound.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck that little hiss thing that they do.
no thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add there?
uh, no, nothing that I can think of. Really enjoyed it. Who do you reckon we would go to the cinemas for this? Is it just the horror goers?
And I think like the hardcore horror hounds are gonna love it. I think also the newcomers. I don't think it's that like over the top scary bullshit. You know what I mean? And I think anyone can sort of watch this movie, like serious movie watchers or whatnot.
I think this would be a very nice surprise for people that go in thinking, oh, it's an Aussie film, we'll check it out, see what it's about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I watched Babadook, you know?
It's funny you mentioned Babadook because they crewed on there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think people wanting to go out on a first date, as long as you just shut the fuck up through the movie, I think you'd have like a lot of fun.
I mean, if it's a first date, maybe it's a good thing if you do go to the movies, because I X them out if they talk during a movie.
All right, that is a wrap. Talk to Me is available from July 27th in Australia, 28th in the States, and I think pretty much worldwide after that. Go check it out. I think it's important. This concept is beautiful. Love the world, and I want to see it expanded. But also want to get these guys like more toys to play with for fucking Street Fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's important.